follow the angels, the path of dedication. A lectures given by Srimad Bhakti Goswami Maharaj. He is speaking about Bhattaparuda. From the throne, Bhattaparuda Maharaj came to do the service of a sweeper before Jagannath. So Bhattaparuda was the king of Orissa 550 years ago. Then, through the presence of Mahaprabhu, a Kali Yuga avatar, so this he took the position of the sweeper in front of Lord Jagannath. He was the king. So this melted Mahaprabhu's heart. Before then, so many proposals came to Mahaprabhu. The king wants to see you. If you allow him, he may come and have your darshan. Mahaprabhu said, no, that is undesirable. People may say that this sannyasi has some greed for money and power, so he wants to have a connection to the king. So, because people, he thought, will think, we want to be connected with rich people or the king or what. And the people will think, oh, he's just going to get power like it is nowadays. And money from them. That gives a bad reputation to a sannyasi sadhu. So I do not want him to come see me. That will show indirectly that I have a desire for money. Nowadays, some groups openly, they're making their mission to collect money from this kind of people, very rich people or leaders of society. So they are not, they have not this attitude. So in sannyasis, one has to contact the president of India to get money from him, and this has to contact other high-class rich people. Not high-class, but rich people maybe. That will show indirectly I have a desire for money. I don't like this. Mahaprabhu did not like this. But when Mahaprabhu saw that he took the position of a sweeper for Lord Jagannath, naturally his heart melted and he embraced the devotee. So without being even conscious, because that he was the king, but just showing the attitude he showed, he became the sweeper on the street where Lord Jagannath was pulled with a cart. His heart melted. He embraced the devotee. When we are going to have a touch of the super subjective, we must know that he is all seeing, all feeling, all hearing. The very basis of spiritual life is like this. then we shall come in contact with the higher reality. Otherwise we shall go on blooding in the mud of imagination. The attitude should be to want to be utilized by Him and try for any chance of serving Him. I have come here to serve, not to enjoy the scenery. He is infinite, and He likes the finite. The finite is His friend. But when the finite wants to show a shame tendency to become big, He dislikes it. So one likes the minutest position, then he comes to embrace him. Do not aspire after anything and whatever comes to attack us. Try to know the futility of the attempt. All is under one hand. The Supreme Hand is behind everything. So resolve to tolerate all. We must exhibit tolerance until the upper hand comes to control. We don't have to hinder the opposing anything. Trinadapi Sonija. We don't have to hinder or oppose anything. Do not disturb the environment. And if the environment comes to oppress us, then take the course of tolerance. Do not return tit for tat. Try to find the supreme will there. We should feel, I have done something wrong, so this is coming to control me. And to accept the reaction for my offenses. In the perfect vision, we are not to quarrel with the environment. Not even a straw can move without the supreme will. So without the order of supreme will, so whatever is coming to attack me is my necessity. It is necessary for me to correct me. So when the mother is punishing the child, she does so only with the good intention to correct the child. Similarly, the Absolute has no vindictive nature to punish us, but His dealings are only for our correction. We shall have to see and approach in that way. Whatever undesirable things we find here are the result of our previous karma. And by the goodwill of the Supreme, that previous karma is going to be finished. We will be relieved. We will be made fit for higher service to Him. So this has to come. This has come. That is the advice in Bhagavatam. Don't quarrel with the environment. Try to be adjusted with it. Correct ourselves. Everything is all right. Then amanina, do not hanker after any position, manadena, but give respect to one and all. With this attitude, take the name, and our appeal to the Supreme will very easily be granted. will have an easy and quick grant for our application if we approach him with this attitude. This is the key to our success. Our way to be happy. Do not waste energy in every direction, but command the whole thing in one direction, drawing it in from all sides. Do not waste energy to fight with the environment for anything. But the whole effort should be directed towards the Absolute. Then in no time success will come to crown your attempt. This way here is, when we hear these things, we hear it practically every day. It's always focusing on this. We have to realize it, and then when we realize, we have to act accordingly. And we will see that, yes, everything is truth. Everything is happened like this. Everything is under the control of the Supreme.
Talks about the environment. Can you explain a little closer? What is it?
Environment is whatever may happen in our surroundings or in our lifetime. Whatever it may be. Like when one is a very successful businessman and he has so-called a happy life with family, then we should not see it necessary as a blessing of the Lord. Because he gets so much attached to these things, and when he is attached, he will suffer a lot when he has to give up everything. And he will come again and repeat again. But if one is not very successful in his life and fighting and has many problems, we should see it as a mercy of the Lord. It is much more helpful to the living being, to the soul, because we can easily realize that it is that we are not there under the wrong. Our environment is going against us. So to come to the point to accept whatever may have, whatever may good and bad, but we should stay neutral. Good will come, bad will come, according to our past activities. If you stay neutral and just be detached, then you will experience our real position, and you will understand who we are in reality. It's very easy to understand, it's very simple, It is just so complicated for us because we have so many in our environment, our surroundings around us where we are moving. So many attachments, this. And we think this is impossible to give up. And we are suffering and we are experiencing happiness and distress in this way. And yes, distress is more helpful. You see the mentality of some of those who have much money and can, their mentality is not very, it is difficult to deal with such people, because they think that everything is in their hand, they can do. Even if the karma or the reaction of the past activities is making him suffer in one way or other way. But if he got power or money or whatever, then he still thinks, I am the king, I am the God. This is all punishment. So this is maybe not very favorable in the time now where we are living to accept all of these things, because we are very attached to this plane, to this imagination, dream. In a few years everything will be gone. It goes so fast. And you get older and you look back, it was very fast. It was short. But the same attachments are there. Maybe a little reduced, we are waking a little bit up. But still it is. So whatever pleases Krishna, that is good. Krishna Lila accommodates everything, even mistakes. A mistake may set something right. Krishna wanted Yudhishthira to tell a lie. But Yudhishthira hesitated and finally uttered Ashwadhama Hota Gata. Ashwadhama, the elephant, is dead. So Krishna asked him to tell a lie, but Yudhishthira hesitated. So submission to Krishna's request, whatever satisfies him, that is truth. The satisfaction of Krishna is the final test. Not whether it is good or bad measured by the standards of this world. Only the satisfaction of Krishna, the highest criteria of Lila, is there. In the pastimes of Ramchandra, we don't find all these things. The neeti, or respect for the rules and regulations, has the upper hand. But with Krishna Lila we find the inner importance, eliminating the external rigidity of morality. So Karna insulted Yudhishthira on the battlefield. Yudhishthira left the battle and Arjuna followed. Krishna also came for a rest in the midst of the war, for some refreshment. At that time, Yudhishthira rebuked Arjuna. You have taken me and entangled me in this war. I was not in favor of war. I depended on you, and you do not care to fight sincerely for me. You were there, and Karna insulted me. So I curse you, Gandiva. And this was the name of his bow. Arjuna had made an oath that he would behead whoever would offend his Gandhira bow, or he would die himself. So Yudhishthira cursed the Gandhira, and Arjuna was about to take his sword. Krishna said, "What are you doing, you fool? Are you going to behead your elder brother to fulfill your promise? What is the value of that promise? Did you not promise thousands of times that you would make Yudhishthira your elder brother, the king, the emperor? But what are those promises when you are ready to carry out the one bogus promise to behead your elder brother?" So many promises are made on the battlefield. The war is continuing in full rage, and you are going to behead your elder brother. Do you think that is the purport of the law? Do you think that moral law has been created for such a triviality? Eliminating the substance, you are taking only a part of the form and making much of the molehill. Yes, there are 8 kinds of death. To praise one's own self, that is also a kind of death. So you praise yourself, you are so big, so big, so big, and that is a kind of death. Then Arjuna put away his sword. The purpose is the satisfaction of Krishna, the sender, the absolute good, who is all conscious and all-knowing, omniscient. His satisfaction, that is the highest criteria of every action, and all other laws are subsidiary to that law. There are so many laws and so many grades, but the highest point is that all are leading to the satisfaction of Krishna. That should be the highest criterion of everything. Krishna Sukata. He is an autocrat, absolute, but he is absolute good. That is the justification. Absolute good is autocratic, and we are all are like members of a military camp in their relation to the general. There is no other consideration. All law is concentrated in the order of the general, for he knows better than all the soldiers. So we must have our aim fixed towards the higher realm. All must come from there. We cannot waste our energy in any engagement that is considered good or bad from our perspective. This judgment will spring up only from the relativity of this Mayic world. So we must be very careful that when we catch a wave, the wave is coming from the finest plane, not the cross plane. The thought that motivates us, that excites us to act, from which plane does it come? Is it from the higher, finest plane? Can we catch the news of what that wave? If we can read the waves of that higher plane, it is all right. We should always catch the wave coming from that higher plane. That helps us to begin our activity from there. And your service will return there to be recorded in that plane. That will help us qualitatively in a very extraordinary manner. For qualitative improvement, we shall discover our present environment, even including the mental sphere. Try to get information from the highest possible plane and then bow down to that and not to the external environment in consideration of any good or bad. Anything to say on this? Or is it too far away?
You must understand what the highest state is. You accept.
Yes. Then we have to stop to follow the lower waves. Lower waves, whatever we are in mentally or physically, what we are doing here in this world is based only on the I and my, for my enjoyment, for my whatever. So it is always wrong, because I'm serving illusory world, imaginary, what is not real, imagination. If you don't believe that it is not real, you think this is real, then we can discuss this in, let's say, 50, 100 years, the same topic. Yes. Temporary means beginning. Whatever has a beginning has an end. So who I am? I must first, this is my first question I must ask. I am this body who has a beginning and who has an end. So what is this? What I am in 1,000 years, for example. Or do I not exist anymore? There are many solutions. The Buddhists say the goal is even the soul dies. Mind, everything finished, everything out. The Brahmavadis say it is all energy. We are melting into the whole. We become the whole. I mean, this too is very difficult in reality, because so many may think I am get some enjoyment here in this material world. Okay, I get some distress also, but at least some enjoyment is also there. And when I become a Buddhist or Brahmavadi, then I make everything zero. But I don't want to be finished or have a deep sleep without dream. You must get real in a hellish condition when you have such desire. But then this next step is Paramatma, and the highest step is, according to Veda, is Bhagavan. There are also activities, like here, same. What we are experiencing is just a shadow of the real. There we have not bodies made of matter, atoms, anything of these things. And there is not a mind who is connected with matter. It is very gross. It is very slow. Body, if you want to travel somewhere, it takes a long time. Or it depends where you're going. So many obstacles are there. Visa and plane and money, everything you need. If you go with the speed of mind, then it is much shorter. You may go even to the moon or to the sun planet with the mind is possible, but not with because we are ignorant. We are not such qualified, but this is much faster. And then we must consider that the speed of the soul is we cannot imagine how fast it is. The mind is just like very slow. It's like bodily movement and mental movement. With the mind you can go to whatever place in a few seconds. You have to just but it takes time also, little. But physically it takes you a long time. So the soul, the difference in the speed is even more fast than the mind compared to the body, to the matter. So that's because we cannot follow the transcendental, on the transcendental plane. We do not know real pure devotees. It is body, mind, intellect, if connected with the material matter, it is always conditioned. But the spiritual, on the spiritual platform, you know a long time before the mind starts to work. You know what is the spiritual transcendental plane means everything happens in a moment. And mind is not able, or body, not to speak of body or intellect, they cannot follow this because they are connected with external things, external world. So that's because we cannot understand really the activities of a pure devotee or the activities of the Lord. Everything is possible, and we will not check anything. We have no capacity to stop or control these things. We are conditioned. Soul. What to speak about science nowadays? This is very low class. Krishna can destroy everything in one moment. And according to there is no comparison, but 1,000 millions of years, he manifests again. And we have not checked anything. Can you follow this? It can be stopped now. And take 1 million years, and now we are back in the same situation. Everything is possible there. But we are not checking these things with our senses, with our mind. It's not possible. That means that is because Bhakti is the highest, because surrender means I give up my perspective or my what I think, what is reality in this world. I understand everything passing. I give everything to Him. Then the Lord acts through such a devotee. And we may not understand many things. That is even in the Shastra said. We can never check or know the activities of a pure devotee. Because he is moving not on his separate from the Lord. The Lord is directly acting through the pure devotee. And even the pure devotee may not understand how it works. But this is our understanding of those who have realized and understood who we are. We are all meant for Him. We are created for His pleasure. So if we come back and again offer our service for Him, that everything, He is the doer, He is the controller, He is the creator, He is the enjoyer. Not me. I have nothing to do in this world. It is all illusion, all temporary. We are not members of this material world. We are members of the eternal plane. And there also pastimes go on. Wonderful pastimes. Anything more? I don't know what I'm speaking, but for me it is complete. I accept the teachings of our acharyas, of the scriptures of the Vedas, as they are given, and this line of giving this divine knowledge or these realizations to the conditioned souls in this material world. Krishna sent so many devotees here. So we do not even know if we are also one of them. But later on, when we are fortunate, we will understand. We will, when we give up this I and my and this conditioned state where we are moving here. It is very simple. It is very simple. We have created our dream world. And when we have not experienced it, that it is a dream world, then we have to go on. We are deciding. It is the Lord supports us and lets us make this experience so that we can one day we can understand again. Hey, wake up, Jiv Jago, go to Chanda Bore. Kodanita Jamaya, Visajirikori. How long, wake up, how long you want to sleep in the lap of Maya, witch of Maya, illusion. Wake up. Chaitanya, anything to say? Or any? Jai Sila Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Sila Gurudev Nityalila Vishnu Shubhara Brahmansa Vichari Ashton Satasi Srimad Bhakti Maharaj Maharaj ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi